Huh? Hello again, Doctor. You're finally awake. Back here with me. Your favorite project. I hope you had some time to calm down since our last little chat. And I hope that after meeting once already, you can ground yourself a little more quickly this time. Because I'm going to need you grounded firmly in reality. You can do that for me, right, Doctor? Oh, no. Shush. I wasn't actually asking. You're going to stay grounded, focused, enough to do your work in a timely manner. Hopefully in a lot less time than you had to spend on me with all of those rookie mistakes. And there were many, Doctor. Many mistakes before you dismembered the first corpse, and many more after you tied the knot on the final stitch. But, as disappointing as that may be, it is to be expected. After all, it was your first time, Doctor. It was the first time for anyone. You will not have that excuse again, Doctor. This time there will be no errors, no shaky hands, no pesky doubts, no nearsighted delusions of grandeur. This time you must create your masterpiece. I will not allow anything else. That's right, Doctor. You're going to do it all again. You're going to bring another unnatural life into this world. You're going to play God all over again. But this time, Doctor, there will be a reason, a purpose, something more than a selfish need to defeat death. Because that's all it was, Doctor. Henry was speaking to your father. I overheard them as they walked the gardens behind your house one time. I listen to them a lot when they talk about you. You wouldn't say a word to Henry or your father about the 3-year project that had consumed your career at the College of Ingolstadt. He only remembered your bitterness at the death of things. Henry did. The death of people. Of your dear mother. It didn't take long for me to realize what your goal had been with me. You didn't care if you did it right. You had no personal attachment to the project. You just wanted to know if you could do it. Well, now you know, and you will do it right. Everything will be perfect. You will be every bit as precise and professional as the very God you once tried to challenge. Because this new creation, this new person, will not be for you. She will be for me. Doctor, you look shocked. You look too shocked for me to find amusing right now. If you had pearls, you'd be clutching them. I overheard that expression in town. I think it fits. Now, stop it. Stop making that face, or I will prevent you from ever making it again. One more ugly curl of that upper lip, and I'm peeling it off. You think I want to see you shocked and disgusted by the idea of creating a woman? You don't get to feel shocked. You don't get to feel disgusted. That is a privilege reserved for those who stay within the boundaries of nature. A privilege you took for granted and then threw into the trash. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, you're going to create a woman, Doctor. Someone like me, but so much more beautiful, so much more wanted. A slave? No, Doctor. You insult me. I've read about slaves. Your library is filled with books you didn't read. Books on your own human history. Books about slaves and concubines and whores. I don't want a slave or a concubine or a whore. I don't even necessarily want a wife. I don't know or care how beholden I would be to the standards of human society if I were to try and assimilate. All I know is that I want a friend, I want an equal, a confidant, a partner. And the women who walk this earth of yours, it's impossible to stop staring sometimes. The ones in the gowns out in town with their hats and their bags laughing together, as well as the farmer women out here in the country harvesting their crops and wiping the sweat from their brows. And even then, they too find time to laugh. Their faces light up. Their bodies heave in and out, but in a way that appears pleasant rather than painful. People are their most beautiful when they are laughing, and the women are the most beautiful of all. That might actually be my first requirement, Doctor. If you have any control over her personality, I would hope and request that she likes to laugh, so that I might someday laugh with her. So let's put a pin in that, shall we? I don't much care what she ends up looking like. Looks do not determine value or the kindness that a person gives and deserves. I know that all too well. Besides, in all the time I've been observing the people around here, I haven't seen a single woman, young or old, who I would call ugly. I see the slender young maidens prancing through the streets as graceful as a swan in the water. I also see the robust women working in the taverns, carrying 4 pitchers of beer at a time, corsets cinched and breasts threatening to spill out. Fine work, whoever is making those clothes. The slender and the robust both have their merits, whether natural men see it or not. Clearly there is a preference among you for the first, but it confuses me a little. They look so fragile, so breakable. There must be some things I still don't know about bodies, because I look at their frail little forms and I wonder how they live as long as they do. I suppose they are dependent to some extent on those around them. If not at first, they are certainly conditioned to be by your quaint little society. My partner will not be dependent on me, Doctor. At least, no more than I will be on her. She will exist with or without me, as I will, with or without her. If she stays with me, it will be because she wants to. If not, then what's the point? The chances of her wanting to look at this face every day are slim, I realize, but not zero. Never zero. Which is what I have now. Nothing. Nobody. Except you. A deranged alcoholic who can't stand the sight of me. So, into the lab we go. That's right, Doctor. You won't be alone in the lab this time. I will be right there with you, every step of the way. After all, someone has to make sure you stick to the program, stay focused on your work, and above all, ensure that you do not deviate from the plan. And who better? Who better to accompany you? Your friend Henry? Your father? Your little brother William? No. It has to be me, Doctor, and it's going to be. The time draws near, Doctor. Plenty of bodies to choose from in that village nearby, recently dead and still living. In big picture terms, I doubt any of them will be missed. In case you haven't heard, there's been a bit of a plague in this part of the country. A plague which was blamed on me the first time I showed my face in the village market. And the last time I looked at a map, this village, the name was written pretty small compared to the cities near the border. I'll tell you what, you take a walk around town, tell me who you'd feel most comfortable selecting. I can get you into the morgue after the sun sets, if you'd prefer to stick to corpses. I mean, regardless, they'll all be corpses eventually. Why not give them some, meaning? Oh, I almost forgot. Here, take these for your eyesight, remember? So you don't need to create someone quite so huge this time. I still can't believe you did that. You must be one of the most nearsighted, smart people walking this planet, literally and figuratively. But for now, I think I'm going to leave you again, Doctor. Feel free to sleep here this time, if you don't want to brave the woods at sunrise like before. I distinctly remember hearing the sound of a pack of wolves shifting through the trees last time. Fortunately, they weren't interested enough in you to run you down. However, perhaps with such great work to be done, Best not to leave anything to chance. Good night, Doctor. I'll be gone when you awake and head home, but you'll see me again soon. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.